Good day and welcome to the Student StarCraft AI Tournament Games cast. We are back. I saw our last video was from April the 1st and we haven't uploaded any videos since because our casting PC was kind of dead, and now we've got a new one, so we are back. Also, it is a summer holiday land, especially for those pursuing or working in the educational field. So there we go. We have got Ice Lab in the yellow as Terran, and Ice Lab is from the Ritsumeikan University Japan. Team effort, great bot all around, and has become almost yeah, well, I should say I could say it. It's true. It has become my benchmark bot, and by that I mean that it is very good. It's still, after almost I don't know, 3 years, it's still in the top 5 of bots at our server. We've got 40 bots now, and it's still in the top 5. Its winning percentage is somewhere between 100 and 80 constantly, so that is very, 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 very good. It is a very, very solid Terran, and that's why I am using it as a benchmark bot. Then we have got in the red, or it's brown, but in the minimap I made it red. I have got a brown Zerg called Aurélien Lermont, and the bot is called Garmbot from the what's it called? The Zerg Cerebrid Garm, or it was the Garm Brood or something. It's something from Root War lore. It is Garmbot. And it's a new Zerg. It popped onto the scene about a month ago. Aurélien is from the Epita University from France, and that same university spawned the famous coder who wrote Freskbot, who won the AIIDE tournament a couple of years ago. So it has a bit of a legacy in good Brood War coders, and as you can see, I'll slow it down a little bit because I need to tell you something. At 60 supply, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, and that's quite impressive. It's quite impressive because it hasn't built a single. Oh no, it's built a queen. Oh damn! I should pick something easier for my introduction and where I've been and what I've been doing and stuff. It's not really good to miss the entire start of the game, but basically we've got a handful of Zerglings, a couple of queens, and drones, and for tech we've got a lair, a spawning pool, and a Hydra den, and a queen's nest. And a lot of overlords which do not move. Meanwhile, Icebot is walling up in his base, and 4 Goliaths, couple of tanks. Supply-wise, 100 versus almost 100. Okay, this will be interesting. And now we are going to see what Garmbot is about to do. Because, of course, I did not pick this replay for nothing. Oh no, not enough energy, so just hover over it and let the drone do the dirty work. Meanwhile, all these units are being rallied, I must say, more or less moved into this, which is not at all a good idea. But this vulture has taken 30 damage, and considering the about 300 minerals Garmbot spent on it, it must be going pretty well. Now Icebot's moving out, and it's got quite a bit of tanks, and that is a scary, scary thing. If you are wondering why are these tanks sieging and unsieging, I will try to demonstrate, because here comes a Hydra, and here are the tanks. As soon as these tanks spot the Hydra, they will siege, and that will delay their assault by quite some time. Okay, battle is on. Couple of sunkens. This drone, no, that's not a good idea. These Goliaths without tank support are not as durable as one might have suspected them to be. Nice bit of targeting, expensive units first. And this sunken is cleaning up quite a lot of mech and bio, because all the tanks are stuck in the middle, and every time they see a unit they siege, and if they don't see a unit anymore they unsiege. So their speed of attack is somewhat lessened, but eventually they'll meet up with the advanced guard here and they'll start doing something. Meanwhile, we've got a broodling. Is that not interesting? SCV with 2 kills, very interesting as well. But this contested expansion, I can't... Oh, look at it, they've done 500-ish damage to that hatchery. But the queens apparently are using broodling. And now the siege is on, so the tanks are here. The sunken colonies can't do any much more, and I hope, yeah, that's an overall, so he might get out. This queen, however, I don't think with all these siege tanks shelling at it that it will... Oh no, it will not. It will not die. And that is the first expansion taken out by Icebot. Supply is 125 versus a 133, and if you look at the minimap, the entire map has been covered in Zerg, and I will switch to the darkened minimap vision, and that way you can see the beleaguered Terran forces in the middle being attacked from all sides. If you look at it, all these units are moving up to the base, but they're also engaging with the Terran main army. Meanwhile, this hatchery has survived, and what happens is that every unit is just being built by Zerg and A moved into the Terran choke. AI-wise, not so very good, but perfectly in line with the ideology of Zerg. It's just build stuff and throw it at the enemy. Don't care if it dies. And again, the advanced guard getting a couple of spines off, but the tanks are in close proximity, so I don't think this expansion will be long-lived. And it's killing off. And that's a bit of a micro problem, because all these Goliaths, Vultures and Marines take too much damage from a 300 hit point. Oh, and that another one. 300 hit point sunken colony. Meanwhile, these SCVs are not getting anything done. Zergling with 3 kills, soon to be 4, and this base has been retaken already. Now, supply-wise, 150 for Zerg, for Terran 107. And the Queen got 1 kill already. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. If it sees something, will it spawn Broodling? 150, kabang, yep. And there it goes. And all these SCVs must be in a hell of a fright, because though Broodlings are not very strong, they are persistent, and if there are... oh, there is the backup. Meanwhile, this expansion has fallen, but the main Terran force has been wiped out, and Terran is still at 100 supply, Zerg at 160, so Zerg supply is rising. Meanwhile, this third is being a colossal waste of money. Let's keep building SCVs, and SCVs keep being rallied into it. But after it dies, I suspect that will not longer be the case anymore. Okay, there it goes, and the Terran force has been reduced to 2 siege tanks. Okay, we've got some repairing going on, and this tank has got 11 kills, this one's got 12. But the first expansion they killed is back up again, and the second one, I assume it will be back up soon too. Okay, so this is a small force which took down the Terran third, and now Terran is in a... oh, look at this position. If you are going to play defensively, Terran now has 2 bases and Zerg has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... oh, and that is retaken as well, almost 10 bases again. If you're going to play 2 against 10 base, you might as well have a nice absolute position to back it up. No matter there are queens hovering over it, waiting to gather enough energy to cast Broodling. But if you look at this, all this blood is Zerg blood. And these Terrans with their 1-1 upgrades versus the Zergs 0-0, and give me a Zergling, please. Okay, we'll just wait until the Zergling comes by. Hydras without upgrades, and Zerglings without upgrades as well. So unupgraded Hydraling versus a bunker which is being repaired, and quite a bit of tanks. But Terran supply is dropping. It was at 110 earlier, it's now at 100. And all these units, if you look at the minimap, I'll move the screen thing, it's just one big stream, one big stream of units, and the bunker gets broken, the natural gets broken, and now Terran is at 96. Supply-wise, it's keeping its level, but Zerg is at 180, and look at it, we've got 1, 2, 3, 6 broodlings, and now the main is mined out, so all these SCVs are landing into a hotbed of Zerglings, broodlings, and a single Hydra. Oh, that poor thing got killed, I think, by this broodling. Goliath can't do anything versus a lot of broodlings, and if you look at the supply, 65, it's going down, it's going down. And Gambot supply, oh, here we've got the last bastion of tanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 tanks, 1 Goliath, 1 SCV. Oh, and that's 1 tank less. Friendly fire, that's quite a good micro from Icebot. And the SCVs are coming off the line, but we've got friendly fire, we've got Zerg, we've got Hydras. Terran SCV is plummeting, Zerg supply is rising slightly, 180. And that is because all these units get butchered here. That is really not a fun walk to walk if you are a Hydra. It goes boom boom, and there you go. We had 15 tanks, 4, 11, okay, now we've got 9 left. A lot of queens hovering over it, no air support. This is the natural, which is... it's a mess. And the unit just keep coming and keep coming. It is a zoo. So although this is a relatively simple implementation of Zerg AI, it is a very good one because it's just take the map and A-move units and it's working. It's working. These tanks are not long for this world anymore. We had 15, and now 3 left, 19 supply versus a 200-ish out. It'll be 200 soon. It's only a matter of time. I'll speed it up a bit. There goes the natural, and there goes the main. And I think, well, that's it. Aurélien Lermont or Gambot takes the game versus Ice Labs, and that is damn impressive. If you look at the units killed, Icebot killed double to what is lost, but hey, no problem, because if you are playing 10 versus 2 base, you are going to win. Okay, what have we here? Oh yeah, second game of today is TSC Moo, his Terran bot versus his Zerg bot, and I am playing this game because I've got something to tell you about the latest developments. TSC Moo broke into the scene quite, well, actually during the 2014 Student StarCraft AI tournament while it was running, so he couldn't participate anymore. Since, however, he has made quite a splash. First with his Terran bot, which we have here in the teal, and then with his Zerg bot, which we have here in the purple. And okay, so now no, we can't see that, so that's better. What has been going on? Okay, some light harassment, but this one Marine I think can deal with it, but not before these Zerglings get in some quite nice bit of kills. That is impressive for the harassment, and only now there are 2 Marines with 4 kills, so this Zergling, no, they will be too late. I think the Terran has got this under control, but lost quite a bit of SCVs. What has been happening is that TSC Moo has for both bot now 2 new functions. One is a division of the game plan in early game, mid game and late game, so it will pick an opening and adapt a mid game strategy according to scouting information. Oh, and these Marines are getting way too far out there, and yet you can micro, but microing versus 2 Lings is not going to go very well. New Marine popping out, and the Lings keep up the pressure, so no kind of army build-up, and the SCV saturation is very, very low. That said, there are more Marines coming, and even if this one, will it? It won't die, I think. There are no more Lings coming, so Zerg is moving onward with an expansion and drones. So Perhaps it thought the Ling Harass didn't work, or at least not until the Terran is dead, or perhaps it thought, well, I've done enough damage, and now it's moving on to a mid-game strategy. So for both bots, a clear division into early game, mid-game, late game. That is what TSC Moo told me. And they also use an indexation of build orders they used versus opponents, and if they won with a certain build order, the value of that build order gets increased and has a higher chance of being picked the next time they meet. And as you perhaps know or do not know, on the Student StarCraft AI tournament server, all bots, about 40 of them, are playing matches against each other 24/7. I've got the site's website here. Please pay us a visit, it's lots of fun, and there also you can learn how to code. And there is also a tutorial about how to install the Brood War API, by which means you can play against all, I think against most of these bots. We've got quite a few which are open source and are available to play against. They are quite a bit better than the custom Blizzard AIs. That said, Litabot, or Martin Royackers, the author of Litabot, the winner of Student StarCraft AI Tournament 2014, has just held a small tournament versus real human players, and in it participated Litabot, CrazyObot, and TSC Moo, I think Zerg. Don't pin me down on it, I haven't got it in front of me. And it was pretty clear that the bots lost by quite good margin. Then again, the winner of that tournament was Trutach, and well, even if you're a human player, you're going to have to be quite good to beat Trutach in a straight matchup or any matchup whatsoever. He is still a monster. So that's for the level of these bots. Generally it's thought that they are about D, D+, D- level, depending on which bot and which build order you get. Then, back to the game. We've got an SCV being chased by a Zergling, and let's have the map back. Let's speed it up a bit. What is happening here? Couple of Sunkens, and we've got a lair, Hydra, not very much going on, and the Terran is pulling ahead in supply. Couple of Marines, oh, and they are moving out. Or just exploring the countryside. So we've got a mech switch, we've got a science facility, we've got an academy, spider mines coming up, we saw siege mode already, and at 66 supply, oh, Zerg is going queen, oh, isn't that interesting. We saw queens earlier from Garmbot, and will we have... No, we will not have Rootling. This upgrade is called gamete mitosis. I'm very bad at biology, but it is the Queen's energy upgrade, and that is very interesting. So I'm looking forward to see what is going to happen with that. Is it going to be another Rootling build, or is it for mass and snare or parasite, or I don't know. Both bots now expanding to the third, and Zerg being a little bit earlier. It's now at 60 supply, and Terran is pulling ahead at 80. And I do feel this is a kind of a leisurely, a bit of a slow build by Zerg. That is the energy upgrade. Does it already have the Broodling upgrade, or is that going to be researched now? I don't know. Some skirmishes in the middle, some vultures versus hydras. Zerg now at 80 supply, and Terran over there. Terran is Zerg at 80, Terran at 120. So as you can see, we've got a nice minefield here, and a nice one here, and quite a bit of mech and bio with a science vessel. It is all very nice and dandy. Upgrades coming, and 2 vultures are not going to take part in the festivities of this game. Oh look! look at that. This is quite an interesting queen force, and that is indeed a broodling. So don't come too close, Goliaths, because you're going to get broodlinged. And whoop, there goes another couple of Hydras, clean up a tank. So now the battle is on for the middle of the map. Fourth base for the Zerg, fourth base for the Terran. Terran now at 180, Zerg at 130. That is okay, but as this mech ball will get bigger and bigger, it's a mess. I can see 10 broodlings at once, and still the mech ball is pushing. A lurker egg, yeah, well, lurkers are very good, but not if there's detection and not if you are morphing them in the middle of a Terran attack. Let's see what happens. It burrows and it gets scanned and killed by this tank. Goodbye. Meanwhile, we've got defensive matrixed vultures, and it looks like the Terran AI is pushing in there quite handsomely. All the queens have not got enough energy. Unlike the fighters, they cannot consume enemy units, so they must wait and wait and wait for energy to be able to broodling again. And if you are playing a maxed mech Terran, that is just not going to be fast enough if it's on 4 bases now. And look at that. Okay, no scan, no detection here, so this lurker is doing its best. And that is very good, because Zerg is about 60 supply down. If it isn't 70, yeah, it's 80 already. 80 supply down, and all that is stemming the tide of this push is this one lurker, which has got 15 kills and no more. 15 mech units, perhaps a couple of spider mines is quite a lot for one lurker. Now, this base is being pushed in, and what's happening to the queens? They are just hanging out and waiting for energy, and this Goliath is having a bit of a ball, firing its 2-2 rockets. Oh, Dolly, it got broodlinged, and that one too. But this Terran economy is not going to be stopped in this tank push. Oh, the tank push has been stopped at the cost of quite a bit of sunken colonies, so that is very expensive for the Zerg. Perhaps these minerals might have been better spent in, we've got a hive now, in Zerglings and Defilers or something, I don't know. Have we got any upgrades? Melee upgrade coming, but will it be enough? It's now 70 versus 180 supply, as drones are fighting siege tanks. That is not a position you would ideally have. So the natural is broken, the third is devoid of droning and broken. Main is mined out, so this is it, GG. And that is the end of TSC Zerg. So TSC Terran is, at least in this match of build orders, is stronger than Zerg. And I must say that a queen play is nice, but it's more like a BM kind of thing, which you do if you're already ahead. You can't say, well, I'm going to build 20 queens and see if I can win the match versus anyone. Should be a late game strategy. So this is over. GG. TSC Terran beats TSC Zerg, and I'm going to do one more. Which one will I do? TSC versus Ice Labs, and I hope, yes, I have got the Zerg. Okay, so Ice Labs, the bot which got overwhelmed by all the units of Garmbot in the first game, and it is now the White Terran, and as the Red Zerg we've got TSC Zerg. And TSC Zerg just got defeated by TSC Terran, which is in level of play comparable to Icebot, but it's more aggressive, so it tends to beat Icebot. But if you're playing against as a human player or a different bot, the difference between Icebot and TSC Terran is not all that big. You will have to work hard and most likely suffer a lot. That said, we've got a Muta build coming up. No upgrades, more mutas coming, very good, mutas and drones, and these mutas are now attacking the Terran base, and there is no anti-air. We've got one barracks building marines, one factory adding a machine shop, and meanwhile these 5 mutas are killing off a lot of SCVs. Are there no turrets? That is not going to work, and that is not going to work if these mutas are over your base and there is nothing killing them. Okay, a couple of marines come in, and they are being picked off nice and dandy. There they go, there they go, okay. No, that is not working at all. And the entire base gets depopulated. What have we? Okay, we've got a natural with a quite nice saturation, couple of turrets, no marines. But these mutalisks, and they're only about to get more, have cleared the entire main. And we've got 2 more here, a couple of lings, keeping this SCV in. But it's broken out at the other side, so it could take the 3rd base here around the back if it got the minerals together, but I think a concerted effort should be made to retake the main, because this is not working. And as I say that, where are these mutalisks going? 7 kills, 5 kills, 10 kills, hello, 5 kills. Okay, so we've got about 12-ish mutas, another base taken, and the Terran left to its own devices to get back into the game. Perhaps this is, as I said, one of these implementations of the build order composition being divided in the early game, mid-game and a late game. Perhaps this was the early game or the mid-game, and now it's hard switching to another kind of game. And the other kind of game does not state that mutas will kill off the base they have already conquered. So now we're getting a mutalisk, a Goliath, and a marine, and nothing here yet. But a lot of drones, and as you'll recall, the Terran was at about 15 supply, so now it's double already. And with its efficient defensive measures, it can slowly get back into the game. SCV, that is not the best of ideas. Meanwhile, what have we here? We've got drones, overlords, drones, and drones. So this is a phase of the game for TSU Zerg where it's going to build a lot of drones. Interesting. And 4th base halfway across the map, which will function as a bridgehead or some kind of troop relay station, I don't know. Might be pure chance that it's picking this base, I don't know. It's very interesting. The mutas are camping it, they've got no upgrades. Same goes for the Zerglings. Perhaps it's got a speed upgrade, but we've now got 4 Goliaths, 2 bunkers full, and in the main base what's happening, more Goliaths popping out and more supply depots. So a Terran from 15 supplies, now it's 60. It has quadrupled its forces. It's going to make a play to get back into the game. 3rd base coming up. These mutas are just messing around, not really doing much. Oh, and we've got a Valkyrie, so we all know what Valkyries do to mutas. That is not a pretty picture. Meanwhile, Zerg is macroing up, and with 4th base coming now, and I think this is going to be a 5th, or I don't know what these drones are doing long distance mining here. But at 160 while I speak, versus the 80 from Terran, that is still a very good lead. Even though your units are not as cost effective, you've got the Terran pinned down to 3 bases. Well, that is not 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this will be mine now. No. It's 5 base against 2, so you could do something with that, I think. Zerg had 80, Terran now at 90, so half the supply of the Zerg. Moving out because it's trying to kill off this one muta. If you build 1 turret here, it will do the job, or send one Valkyrie. The muta is not interested in having any of that. But now the Zerg is kind of maxed and tearing into these Goliaths with 0 upgrades. And although the Zerg is trading somewhat badly, it's now 90 supply versus 190, so if you're 100 supply ahead you can afford to trade not so efficiently. especially if you've got more income. And over here we've got the swarm. That is very nice for those of you unfamiliar with the concept. These little buggers, they eat friendly units and they get energy by doing so. And if they've got enough energy, they can cast spells like these, and this is called Dark Swarm. It negates ranged and ground-based damage. So all the Marines firing at... no, the Marines are dead, but if you've got Marines and Goliaths firing at units under the Dark Swarm, they do 0 damage. And if you're down... what is it? 160 supply and firing at units you cannot damage, it is not going to end well. And now the Zerglings enter the main. Terran is down to 20 supply. Zerg is basically maxed. Another base, so this is over. I'm not going to wait until TSC Zerg wrecks the base of Icebot, because this time I hope it won't pull back, and if it will, with both the command centers dead and no more SCVs in existence, Icebot can no longer win. So that is a GG for TSC. And okay, last one. Just because it's so much fun. We have got Crazio bot, and Crazio is one of the 2 big Terrans, or 3 I should say, with TSC now. Before TSC hit the scene, there were basically Icebot and Crazio, which were the 2 top Terrans, and I think Icebot beats Crazio, I think 8 games out of 10, and Crazio beats all the other bots I think almost always. Perhaps it would die to a 5 pool if it were close by or something like that. It's very, very, very solid. Win percentages of between 90 and 75% always. And with the recent implementation of Root War API 4.1.1 on the stream server, we have got the new version of Crazio bot on there. I think this is still the old version. I don't really know. Perhaps I'll see the difference and I'll tell you about it. But the new updated Crazio bot is even more dangerous than the old one. Meanwhile, slow down just a little bit. As the red Zerg, we have a brown Zerg. How does it work? Oh no, the same colors again. As the brown Zerg, we've got Garnbot by Aurélien Lermont, and it is doing its thing. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, soon to be 5, soon to be 6 base economy. And oh, did you see that? I wanted to talk about that because the drone has parked here and it wants to build a hatchery. So if it's got enough minerals, it will build one on the spot right there. If it comes along and so on. Go here, plop, hatchery. If it hasn't got enough minerals, it will park here and then check, well, can I build a hatchery? No, I can't, there is a drone in the way. Oh dear, that's myself, but I don't know that because I'm stupid. So I'll move back a little bit and build the hatch there. Okay, good idea. So this hatchery is slightly out of line. This one, it seems, no, isn't good. This one seems to be too far. It should be here. And this one is okay, and this one hasn't been built yet. And this one too, it could have been built here, but it hasn't. So that's something Garnbot will have to work on. Meanwhile, why I've picked this match is because Crazio is the better defensive bot. As we saw in the game of Icebot, the tanks siege and unsiege every time they encounter an enemy unit, and as you can see, these units by Crazio just keep put. As you will see later, if they move out, they will be moving more intelligently and sieging, unsieging more intelligently, and they will do more damage to attacking units. So that is, I wanted to see how it would fare against Garnbot, and Garnbot has taken the entire map save one base now. And I don't think, oh, it can come here as well, save 3 bases. And it's now trickling in units. And Crazio going for the 3rd, that is good, but it will also provide more surface area for Garnbot to attack. I'm going to switch off the terrain on the minimap because I like the trickling in of these rallies, and we've got queens already. It would be safe to assume that it's going to be the same build, so queens and massive rallies of zerglings and hydras. And let's see if the best defensive bot of the pack, CrazyObot, is going to be able to handle that. It is just one big meat grinder, and they keep trickling in, and these... oh, that was some friendly fire. But if we were to select the frontmost Goliath, it takes very little damage, but at the moment where you have got 3 bays versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bases, 16 total, yeah, that sounds about right. If you got 3 versus 13 base, you can be as cost inefficient as you want. And here we've got the first brootlings, and we need some reinforcements, some tanks rolling up, and they are going to deal with that, but not before losing a couple of buildings. And I do think that this is the old version of CrazyObot, because the buildings are spaced rather liberally, and it's trying to build buildings outside now. So I think this is the old version still. It would be interesting to see how the new version stacked up against Garnbot. And even though these upgraded mech units are doing a fantastic job versus these Zerg units, the Zerg philosophy, just A-move stuff without too much intelligence, has been rather nicely implemented by Aurélien Lermont, and it's doing a terrific job of amusing me at any rate. If you look at the minimap, it's just one big treacle of units, and by the time they approach the natural choke, the natural bridges, it is a bloodbath. And this drone is trying to build a base here. I don't know what it's going to do. It's a bit early for a mana hatch. Meanwhile, the third is under attack. We've got one marine in a bunker here, and it's being repaired, so it's doing an okay job. That can be a bit of money sink, but without upgrades it won't do too much damage. Machine shop under fire, tanks, look at it, all with nice respectable kill numbers, and it's time to look at the supplies, because Terran now is at 130. Icebot never... well, it did get up pretty high, but about this stage of the game it faltered, and CrazyObot is not going to push, I think, before it's reached 180, so perhaps its push with its better unit micro will be better, I don't know. We've got more upgrades. Icebot pushes at 1 weapon upgrade, and CrazyObot has already got 1-1, which will help immensely versus these unupgraded Zerg units, so 4 damage only for Zerglings, and for Hydras only 9, and that is disregarding other armor types. So tanks even have a bonus armor, that is very, very good. So at the moment you've got a push with 3-3 mech units versus unupgraded Zerg. They can do quite well. And even these these vultures are doing okay versus Hydras and Zerglings, but not versus the numbers. It is astounding. Okay, that was a broodling. It can't afford to let that happen too much, but nice third placement. So what you will see basically is that this is going to be one large push of tanks, Goliaths and vultures backed up with turrets, which will hopefully take a bite out of these queens. And this is what's it going to do. It's got the energy, it's going to irradiate, and that's a very good strategy as well, because there are very few units able to shoot up, and not with such a long range. So CrazyO is, well, at 130 supply. I don't know why that is. Might be the many brootlings, I don't know. 130 supply. Are there upgrades? More upgrades coming. That is very, very good. Main base looking good. Mining out. We have got a dropship with 2 Goliaths and 130 supply, because the pressure is just so high. Terran can't touch the queens because all the rallies of Zerglings and Hydras, and the queens just pick off stuff left and right, and Terran's now starting to drop in supply. It was at 130, it's now at 115, and that is not good. These Zerglings, no. This Marine will be racking up a lot of kills. But if you this is not good. It's 160 versus 115-ish, and dropping, 110, and it seems like Zerg is slowly gaining ground. And that's not a good thing, because the natural is nearly mined out, the main is gone, and the third is not as stable with all these Zerglings running in as you'd have like it to be. And although this science vessel has got a lot of kills, and these tanks 30, 8, 55, hello, 55 kills, 57, they are doing a lot of work. 59, let's keep an eye on that. Will be interesting. I hope it won't get brute-linked, because it's in a position to rack up a lot of kills. And these queens are being repulsed by the turrets. That is a very good strategy by Crazio. But overall, its supply is at 110. It's stabilizing somewhat now, because the third is up, another bunker is built, and if these fire bats and some marines get in there, it could hold on to these Zerg raids for quite some time. 72 kills here, and I wouldn't stick my neck out too far into the queen area, because you're only a brute away from the eternal, how do you call it? Eternal hunting grounds or something. Oh look, I've missed that. What's it going to do? Let's keep an eye on it. Okay, tank with 88 kills, 89, 90, going strong. And this, it's being repaired, and the repairing SCVs are right in front, so that's why, and now it's just chilling here with the science vessel. 797, but the supply is down at 100, and Garmbot is just going into a move mode. With his low saturation, it hasn't mined out the main. The natural it took much later, so I think this is his, this is his third base, or second base, and it's got this going for it, so it's going much slower on the resources, and 103, 69, 64, 5, where is it, 104, and the supply has dipped below 100 now. What is happening? No, that is not a good idea. The third is mining now, and that is what's keeping Crazio in the game, because the natural is gone. It was mined out, it's not gone, it's still there. And now we've got a fire bat, or a fire bat here, and a couple of broodlings, which is going to do a lot of damage. And where is my favorite? Oh no, it didn't get killed, did it? No, my favorite 100 plus kill siege tank got killed. And now the siege tank numbers are falling, so the Zerg is running in there. And the Zerg now being at 140, not all that high, but Crazio is steadily dropping. Its peak was at 140, and now 180, so it's under 80 supply. It's not a good thing when the enemy has got 13 bases and can't keep up this influx of units for a very long time. That said, we've got more science vessels out, and all the queens, most of the queens seem to have been dealt with. So if no more queens are being built, these tanks just go crazy. Look at it, it's just a constant running in of... It's a good thing shells don't cost money, because... Oh, and that was a nasty bit of friendly fire. We're going to have to repair that. But they just keep coming. It's like one of these cannon micro maps, where you've got a battery of cannons and all kinds of units come marching by. You've got a hand-focused fire command to kill them. And there goes another tank. A couple of hits on, and there goes another tank. And the tank numbers are down. The tank numbers are down. 60 supply. The Hydras kill off these science vessels. Last two tanks. And this is not going anywhere. This bunker with the SCV is doing a ton of work on these unupgraded Zerglings. I don't know if there are any infantry upgrades yet, but even with one SCV and a tank on the high ground, it's not enough. It is not enough, and the Zerglings breach the base, 50 supply. How is it going at the third? Yeah, it's going pretty well, but not as well as you'd like it to be. And this is what the natural looks like. This is what the main looks like. And this is not your, although it's completely mined out, this is not how you'd like to end the game. So even Crazio, the defensive best bot of the entire pool, 40 bots, is being methodically broken down by Gambot. And the third, oh no, the third has been broken as well. One marine left, and a couple of SCVs with no more money, so they can't repair anymore. This is the main. Gambot is maxed. It is just pressing 1A, 2A, 3A. It's not even making groups, it's just pressing A all over the map. And that is GG. What a monster of a bot. I am going to look at it, and I'm going to keep looking at it. If you look at it, Icebot killed about 500 of these, and Crazio killed more than 3 times as many. Lost about the same amount, but this is just an insane number. And if this keeps going, this one, Gambot Aurélien Lermont, might be my another benchmark bot, just to see how long you can keep up playing against it. If you leave it untouched, it will expand all over the map and just kill you to death. Okay, so I think this is about it for this broadcast. Thank you very much for listening, for watching. If you are interested, do visit our website. You can play against most of these bots, you can learn to code, and just watch more of these awesome games on our live stream. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Goodbye.